Hello, my loves. How are you doing? I'm in Austin, in Texas at the moment, hence the t-shirt. And I'm just getting ready to do my firewalk this afternoon, which is really exciting. So I just wanted to pop on and talk about the full moon, which is tomorrow. It's going to be a bit different over there than it is here. So it's the cold moon. It's the cold moon and it's in the sign of Gemini. And we're in the sun sign of Sagittarius, so we've got some interesting energy going on here. Let's begin with the cold moon. So the cold moon is known as the cold moon because it's really fucking cold at the moment, isn't it? Back home, it's the time where everything's starting to really still, and actually that's a really great metaphor for what we should be doing in our lives just now, really. So we're between Samhain and the winter solstice, and that's the time where we really kind of go within. It's that time for us to take a pause. None of us do at this time of year, do we? I don't think. So we're all like ramping up for Christmas, but it's that time to take that pause, to go within and just to really sit with ourselves, to sit with the shadows, to sit with what's gone well this year, what's not gone so well, what do we want to take forwards with us. So this is a really great moon in order to do that. And as we know, each full moon is an opportunity for celebration of whatever we have created, whatever we've brought into our lives, but it's also a time for releasing and letting go. So this is very much about taking that moment of stillness, meditate, do whatever you want to do, go on a drum journey or something, to really feel into what is it that I've enjoyed, what have I benefited from this year, what have I loved, and what do I want to leave behind, what's not been so great for me, and then what do I want to take into this next year, into the future, what are the things that I want to bring into my life and evolve. So with us being in the moon sign of Gemini, this is the twins, and sometimes we can kind of get two voices in our heads. And the way that this plays out for me is that I'll have the, yes, I'm so excited about next year and I want to go and do this and this is going to happen, it's going to be awesome. And then there's the other voice in my head that goes, who do you think you are, Jen? Who do you think you are to do that? You can't possibly do that. You're not good enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, you're not worthy enough. All my shit, comes up, the shadows. And we have a choice here, So this moon is very much about choice. Kirsty Gallagher in her book reminds us of the story of the little boy who says to his grandfather, grandfather, I have two wolves inside my head having a battle, and one is the wolf that is jealousy and fear and the less positive things, and the other wolf is joy and freedom and love, and he says, which one's going to win? And the grandfather says, it's the one that you feed. And this is a really key point here. It is the one that you feed. So when we work with the law of attraction, what we give out, we get back. So if we're focusing on lack, if we're focusing on the things that we don't have, if we're focusing on the shit stuff in our life, then that's what we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in more shit. But if we are focusing on the little things in life that make us grateful, so it might be, oh, I had a great cup of coffee this morning, or oh, I saw a beautiful flower, or I'm really enjoying the sound of the birds, or oh wow, I just love my family, I love my children, I love my partner, or whatever it might be. When we focus on that love, and we focus especially on gratitude, the energy that we give out, we get back. So this is where we really have a choice. And whilst the Gemini moon might kind of bring up these conflicts, these conflicting things, we choose and we have a choice of which ones we focus on. So that's what I'm going to invite you to do tonight, tomorrow, whenever the full moon is for you. We can work with the energy of the full moon the day of, the day before, the day of, and the day after. So have a feel into what is it? What are the things that I might tell myself, or the negative things, or the stuff that isn't so great that perhaps comes in one way, and then what's the other stuff? What's the good stuff? What's the beautiful stuff that I want to bring into my life? And this is our opportunity to really focus on that and the energy of it. Now, when it comes to the full moon, it's a really great opportunity for releasing. So I like to write the things I want to release down on a piece of paper and set them on fire, transform them with fire. You can do that outside, you can do it in your wood burning stove if you have one. I have one at home. Don't need one here at the moment, obviously. And it's not, basically, when we write something on a piece of paper, it holds the energy of that emotion or that thing. So we can burn it with the intention that it'll be transformed back to the universe with love. So this isn't about getting rid of stuff in an angry way. It's about recognizing what it's taught us, where we are in life, and actually making a choice that it's now time to let that go. And then, of course, once we've released whatever it is we want to release, I feel it's really important to kind of backfill that energy. Some people say, oh, the full moon's just about releasing. My experience of this is that if you don't backfill it with the things that you truly desire, it just gets filled up with the same old rubbish again. So what I would invite you to do is to really feel into, okay, so the stuff that I want to release, I release, but what do I want to bring in? What's my choice? So do I want to bring in more love, more prosperity, more abundance, whatever it might be, and just have a moment sitting there going, oh, wow. So if I see myself in the future, if you close your eyes and imagine, me in the future when I have everything I desire. So when I have financial abundance, when I have the love that I desire, when I have whatever it is I desire. Feel into what that is. Like, what is it going to be like when you're there, and see yourself there? Really get into it. Like, what can you smell? What can you see? What can you taste? What can you hear? I'm sure there's another sense I haven't figured out there as well, but basically bring yourself into a whole sensory emotion. And our brains don't know what's real and what's imagined. So when we're working with this future image, what happens is our body takes on an energy. And that's what we want. We want our energy to shift, and we want our energy to beam out, to radiate out into the universe, bringing the things that we want back into our lives, working with the law of attraction. And we don't have to worry about how that's going to happen. We don't have to worry about the nitty gritty of it. We literally put it out there to the universe and be really open to whatever we have, whatever we receive, basically. So I hope you have an awesome time over the full moon. Sarah is running the full moon circle for me because I'm here, which is awesome. So our fire walk tonight is based around that releasing and bringing in. I've also got a fire walk on the 4th of January as well, a new year, new you, which is getting really full actually. So if you have been thinking about it and want to come fire walking, please do. There's actually quite a few children coming to this one, which is just gorgeous. So my kids have walked across fire, and I wish when I was little that I'd had that opportunity, because my life might have been completely different. I might have had so much more confidence as a young person, which I really didn't have. So if it's something that you've been thinking about, maybe come along. You don't actually have to walk the fire. It's just being part of the ceremony is beautiful in itself. And I've just put out more details about my Wild Woman retreat at the end of January. So it's January the 31st, which is just the best deep dive into stripping back all those layers that society, that patriarchy places upon us, and goes, who's this woman here? What does she want? Not what does everybody else want? What's expected of her, but what does she want inside? So if that calls to you, get in touch if you want to have a chat about it. It is a truly awesome and transformational weekend. Sending you all so much love.